Okay, let's try some homework problems. We already did 1 to 13, so let's pick some problems from 14 to 25. Let's pick number 15, 24, and 20, 22. I'll show you these, and the rest you will be doing on your own. So 45 times 1 is 45. So 45 will go here. 18 will go here. So now we are figuring out two factors of 45 that give you 18 if you add them. So we will be doing, so if we do 9 times 5 is 45, but it doesn't add up to 18, it only adds up to 14. So then let's do 15 times 3 gives you 45, and 15 plus 3 is 18. So we will be getting the factors 15 and 3. So if you make the box, so then this is your x squared, this is your 45, and then you're splitting as 15x and 3x. So it will be x plus, and then here we will be getting x plus 3, and then this will be x plus 5, x plus 15. So it will be x plus 3 and x plus 15. Okay, let's do this one. So here we have 36 and 20. So the two factors of 36 that we need to figure out. So let's try 9 4s are 36, but if you add them you don't get 20. But if you do 18 times 2, that gives you 36, and then if you add them you get 20. So 18 and 2. So if you make your box, so that will be x squared, 36, we are splitting, so 18x, 2x, so this will be x and x, and then this has to be 2, and this will be 18. So for this one it will be x plus 18 and x plus 2. Okay. Instead of showing you this one, let me show you this one, because this one has the negatives in this. Okay, so we need to get the product negative 100 and negative 15 should be the sum or the difference for them. So let's find this out. This one is different from what we did so far. So let's figure this out. If we do 20 times 5, that gives you 100, and if you add them you get 25, but if we do 20 take away 5, that gives you 15. Okay, but also one of them have to be negative. Now because your difference is also negative, that means your bigger higher number is negative, so this will be negative and this will be positive to give you negative 15. So then we will be splitting it into negative 20 and positive 5. So when we will be making the box for it, that will be x squared and then 20x, negative 100, and then positive 5x. So this will be x and x, this will be plus 5, this will be take away 20. So it will give you x plus 5 and x take away 20. Okay, so now you can do these. Number 26 is just the observation. So once you are done with 14 to 25, you will be able to answer that. Now let's do this one. Here this is square root. So I know you can easily do these two, but I will show you these. Let me show you number 31. So right now, the way they are written, we cannot figure it out, the square root of it. But if we write it down as the product of its factors or sides, then we can. So let's figure this out. If this is 100, this is 20. So then we will be doing 10 times 10 gives you 100. 10 plus 10 is 20, but because you have to get negative, so they both should be negative. So negative 10 plus negative 10 will give you negative 20. So that's why we will be putting negative 10 and negative 10, because negative 10 times negative 10 give you 100, but if you add them, you get negative 20. So it will be x take away 10 and x take away 10. So because they are same, we can also write it down as x take away 10 and square of that, and then the whole thing square root. Now the square cancels out the square root, so it will be x take away 10. Okay, so that's how you do it. So then you will be figuring out the rest of them, and then from problem 33 to 41 are the ones we did in the notes section, the last few problems that we did. So let's do it together. So in this one, we already have the factors of it, so we don't need to make the square. So if we just do 8x cubed and then 64x squared and then x take away 8, okay, so hold on, I don't think we can do it this way. This is how we will be doing it. So we will be keeping these two together and keeping these two together. In the first one, you can see in both you can take 8 common. So you divide it by 8. You can also take out common the x squared because they both have it. So if we take out 8x squared common, then here only x is left, and here x squared will be gone, and in 64 8 will go 8 times. So this is what we have. Here there is nothing common. When there is nothing common, it's a 1 that is common all the time. So x take away 8. So now these two are common in these, so we will do x take away 8, and the leftover is 8x squared and plus 1. So this is how you factor it out. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do number 37, and in that one you can see in these two you can take 5 common, and x squared they both have. So we will do x squared. In these two, you can see 6 is common in both, so you will divide both of them by 6. So here we have 5x squared common because we are dividing both of them by that. So the leftover is 5 because 5 times 5 gives you 25, and then x squared will cancel out 2 of the x's, but you still have one x, and here the whole thing will be gone, so it's plus 1. Then here we took out 6 common, so it will be 6 will go in 35 times, so 5x, and then plus 1. So this will be 5x plus 1 and 5x squared plus 6. Okay, this is how we do it. I can show you one more. Let's do number 41. So in these, here in both of them I have x common, and in these two I have negative 11 that I can use to divide it. So then if I divide x squared by x, I will get, so x is my common, and if I divide these I get x. Here x cancels out, I only have 7. Here I am dividing it by 11, that's the common in both. So then inside it will be only x left because 11 and negative cancels out with the bottom. So x, and here the negative cancels out, so positive. 77 divided by 11 is just 7. So then here in these two, now we have x plus 7 common, and x take away 11 will be the leftover. So this is how we do it. Okay, so now you can do the homework.